Well, I'd prefer not to use this microphone, but is there at least sound now? Is there any sound now? Okay, I prefer not to use that one. I don't think it sounds as well as the others. That's loud, huh? We have sound, okay. I'm gonna switch to another. I'm gonna switch to the down camera, and then you let me know if there's sound on the down camera. Can you hear me now? Is there still sound? Yeah, the background noise is the air conditioner. So there's still sound. Yeah, the background noise is the air conditioner. We'll take care of that. Okay, so is there sound now on the web? Type in web if you can hear me. Type in web if you can hear. This will be the web camera. Okay, thank you. And type in handheld if you can hear sound now. Handheld, okay. Alright, so then the web, where is the web? Okay. Handheld with some reverb. going to switch to live. Alright, I'm not sure if our connection is going to work here. I keep getting buffering on my side, but we don't have a real good connection. I've seen some of you say that there's buffering, but how is it now? Are you able to see me continuously, or is it still buffering for most of you and dropped frames? Not even sure if I'm transmitting. Looks like my phone's working. My phone's showing it continuously. There's Corey! Yay!
Hello, everybody.
Okay. Hearing, seeing you now. Now I see it's buffering on my side. Seeing you and hearing you with some buffering. Now it's buffering. I think I need to go in and tell your mom, ask her to not stream Netflix.
She's not.
Oh, she's not?
I told her a half hour ago to stop.
Buffering on and off. It's buffering a lot and then playing. Buffering. Pause anything that might be. Yeah, Bucky's.
Could printing? Am I printing to the?
What, baby?
Am I printing? Could that be causing the issue?
No. Shouldn't be. Pixelated image. Yeah, that would be from not a great connection. Now my phone is buffering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it's not. Extended. So it looks like maybe the buffering, it just stops then picks up where it left off. Well, we hope it's back. All of our phones, we've got 3 carriers. Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint. And none of them have any data here. Maybe yours does sometimes.
Very little.
T-Mobile does a little bit, but certainly not enough to stream, so we're connected to her mom's Wi-Fi. Trying to stream off of that. You haven't watched in a long time.
My printing is so slow too.
Is it?
Yeah. It's off the marine thing. When I chose the thing, it said Marine 67 in the name.
Yeah, I suppose it could affect it.
A bunch of images.
Yeah, that uses a lot of data.
Okay,
Might be a lot of that.
Yeah. Thanks.
The biggest thing I don't know is when it's buffering. Maybe y'all can answer this. When it's buffering, does it seem like you miss out on what happens during the buffering, or it just maybe you'll catch me in bits and pieces? Offline now. Yes, it literally just takes us back to the splash page. It seems to pick up where you left off.
Someone's doing their happy dance.
I'd be doing a happy dance if we had data. That's what I'd be doing a happy dance with.
Do you think it's me? Do you think it's me and my printing?
I'm not going to say yes or no. It certainly doesn't help, but I would think that it's not that. But it certainly does not help the issue. Come back and I'm live. I'm going to pause this one. That's using data, certainly. And
look, this is the AIDS.
No connection. Tap to retry.
Look.
Live stream offline. You do. It's the Netflix. Try pausing the printer.
Well, we got tech support online tonight. Okay. It is taking a while. Alright, I'm going to have to cancel it here at the source because even trying to cancel it on this Let's see what happens.
How many other things were
That was it.
told to print?
That was it. Just don't print anything else because the good paper's in there, please.
Oh, okay.
My lush paper.
So, should I switch the camera off so that you can then switch it on and say, "Hi, everybody, it's Corey."
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch into the intro here. Now they can hear you.
Now they can hear me.
Now you say hi.
Hi, everybody. So I'm going to give this a second to see if people are going to say they can't hear me or they can hear me. We closed it down for a second just so that I could have like my little hello. Because I'm still in need of a intro. So, hello, Miss Veronica. Hello, Teresa. Hi, Miss Kimberly. Diana. Hi, Julie. Hi, Kim. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Kim again. Hello, Miss Splashes. Casely. Am I saying that right? Casely Decker. Hi, Miss Shauna. Hello, Allie. Hello, you can hear me. Okay, so, hi, Mary Jo. So, Mr. Crafty shut down the screen so that I could segue in here. And apparently, it looks like everything's working. Maybe I was the culprit. It appears that perhaps I was the culprit with my printing because I was printing at the last minute. So, hello from Cape Cod. Hi, Miss Martha. I'm glad to be back too. Hello, Joni. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Ray. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Miss Cranberry Cat. Hi, Miss Patty. Okay. So we are following a trend of the last few days because we've had nothing but technical problems with our launch, with our show. I'm from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Miss Tracy. Yes, there was an echo, and that's because Mr. Crafty, who's behind that curtain, he's like the Wizard of Oz. He had me on his little phone where he's sitting back there, so he clearly shut that down. So, and now we're offline. Oh, rats. Hi, Taylor. Hi from California, too. Hi, Stacy from Washington, my hometown, sort of. My adopted hometown. Uh-oh, so apparently... Oh, no, you lost me! They lost me, Mark! Can you guys hear me? Is there anything you can do with what Wi-Fi settings, or no?
No. It has to do with your mom upstream connection.
You guys, I'm so sorry. This is not how I anticipated the long-awaited episode of the Late Night Crafty Club coming back. Now you guys can see my sad face, the one I've had for the last 2 days. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hi, Kesia. Hi, Kelly and Kim and Shauna. Olivia. Allie. I'll just sit here and say all your names. Hi. Hi, Julie. You, Miss Deborah. We're in Northern California, where my mom lives now. I kind of grew up in the Bay Area, and a couple years ago they sold their house and they moved here. And this house that my mom moved into, she moved into it the exact day after my father passed. So this is her home, and so it's kind of weird coming back here in a way, because it's like it's my mom, but it's not the home I grew up in, and it's not the, it just doesn't have like family memories, so it's kind of different. And my mom just got a new dog whose name is Rita. She is so cute, and I'm trying so hard to make her like me, but she's very attached to my mom, so we're trying. We dog nap her all the time and steal her away into the RV so that we could pet her and stuff, but she's really not having it. So are you okay? Well,
so
these are great options.
They are, aren't they? So you could, in theory, try and do it, and absolutely nothing happens. Both, they can't watch it, they watch it in pieces, and they all taper off because they're getting buffering.
Well, you guys, are you hearing the update? So he's telling us that I can call it and just say, this isn't going to work. We hoped that it was going to work at this new in this new environment, but we were not prepared to get to her house and have no connection on any of our phones. That was really weird. We stayed here before. We've been at her house before.
Let's try it with no webcam and see if it can handle that better.
Thank you, Gina. It did get long, didn't it? Okay, so now Mr. Crafty shut down the webcam, so you won't see me, but you can hear me.
We'll see if that makes a difference.
Does that make anything better? So it's just my voice. So Patty says, I'm hearing you and seeing you. Keep trying. Oh, no. Hi, Ashley. I am so glad you're here. I wonder how you got away from your 4 children. Maybe they're in bed by now. But I'm glad to see your face. And I have been praying for you. You have been on my little checklist of my prayers. So people can hear pretty clear. Mary Jo, I appreciate that your name is added on there, because I just see John. And then so it's nice that you have your name there, so I can remember that it's not really John. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing? I'm glad to see your little face. We are working. Hi, Miss Paula. We're working through the technical problems that seem to plague the Reset Girl wherever I go, whatever I do. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm glad to hear that Corey with a K got back from the hospital okay. I know she was going in to have a operation. So, hi, Bessie. If you're there together. Hello. Hi, Damaris. Yeah, it's like a YouTube podcast. You know, Kelly, Kettle Story. That is an excellent way to look at it. It's like a podcast. This is kind of what I do when me and Tracy are recording our podcast with my big fancy microphone here, and I just talk to her like we're having a phone conversation. So, and I totally know, Brenda. I know what you meant. You meant to say twinsy, not Twinkie. That is the punishment of our phones and keyboards that love to autocorrect. Hi, Tess. I'm glad that you are here. There you go. I am the Reset Girl, Nancy Drew. Weren't those book covers amazing? If you guys have not checked my Instagram, I posted some vintage books that I recently purchased for a super cool workshop I'm working on. And there's pictures of all the covers, and they are just so swoon-worthy. They're delicious. So everyone can hear me, apparently. Deborah, sometimes I believe you. I believe that is it. The enemy, man, is always against when you are trying to do something positive, encouraging, uplifting, helping people. He's always in the details, trying to mess people up. Okay, so let's try the webcam one more time.
Okay, so I do.
No, Kathleen, hi. And you're so lucky, babysitting grandbabies. We were just testing. We were having technical difficulties. That's status quo with the Reset Girl. So sorry, you guys. I honestly do not know why we always seem to have problems. Whether it's this show, whether it's the podcast, whether it's our launch, trying to just launch something. We have begged and pleaded and explained to our website people, like, you don't understand Planner Girl Mania. When there's a launch, you have to have all the bandwidth. So that was super awesome. That was 2 nights in a row, and now we're here battling the same kind of tech issues. So for those kind of joining us and kind of interspersingly following along, the connection here where we're at my mother's house is not so great. None of our phones have connection, so we're using her Wi-Fi, which should have been great, but it's really it's struggling. Let's just put it that way. There's a struggle going on. So yes, thank you. It has gotten long. I had cut it all off, and then now it's getting all long again because I'm not cutting it. And I agree, Kelly. If you ladies were unaware, I have posted today 2 new events that I am doing this year with Crafty Destinations, and I'm going to attempt to move you guys over to my computer. There we go. Okay, so right here you're looking at theresetgirl.com. This is our homepage, and right up here you see the workshops and events tab. So if you click that, you'll now see let's see here. You'll now see that there is the events that I have scheduled this year so far. So we still have a few spots for the cruise, and you can get all the details for the cruise here. And then this one sold out in about an hour or so. It was really fast. That one went quickly. That is a event I'm doing with Miss Shauna Noel of Illustrated Faith, my friend. And then these are the 2 new ones we posted today. So this is a Faithful Life camp retreat in North Carolina, because you guys responded back in the Happy Place Club that there was a lot of North and South Carolina girls. So we went ahead and looked. Paula and I decided to go ahead and find a way to schedule one in North Carolina. So that is it. It's in Kannapolis, which I have never heard of this. It's very close to Charlotte. And then there is another glamping retreat, and it's already halfway sold out because we made the spots available to the previous attendees, so they got first dibs at purchasing. And so that event's already half sold out, and it just got put up here probably about an hour or 2 hours ago. So that's a hint, ladies. These are really special events. I'm not saying this to brag in any way, but my events are super special. One of the things that I really love is that they attract a lot of introverts. I took a little informal poll at the last one, and I'm going to say that 90% of the attendees were introverts, which that just blessed my heart, because I know how hard it is to go to an event by myself, let alone like an overnight one where I don't know people. So I was very blessed that so many that wanted to come, and it was so much fun, because I feel like when you kind of like get each other, it's like you kind of feel this enormous relief is what I would say, because you're just like, yeah, I totally get it. She's not rude or standoffish or anything. She's just an introvert. So now I'm trying to get my mouse to, yikes. Okay. I feel like the last late night crafty club I had was kind of like this one, where there was a lot of issues, and that's why it never made it onto YouTube, because I was not about to unleash that on my YouTube audience too. Mr. Crafty, tech support?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I figured it out. Oh gosh, trying to change the camera back over. Okay, so I was asked a very important question, and I am totally prepared to answer this, kind of. It was just right here in front of me a minute ago. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. You guys are gonna laugh. That's how important this question was. Somebody asked what I put on my hair. Not that you can really tell that it looks amazing or anything, but I have to tell you, my hair smells so good right now, and it's because of this amazing product. That's why I wanted to share it with you. It's Redken Diamond Oil. It is scrumptious. It's absolutely delicious. I just want to eat my hair. It smells so yummy. It's like the most, I know a lot of us are very much about smell. To Damaris, where Elevation Church, is that in North Carolina? Because I'm intrigued. I love going to church in the South. It was really great. Oh my gosh. What's happening?
I'm trying to work on things.
Okay. You guys may have lost me. Mr. Crafty is trying to do something to better the situation. So apparently Elevation Church is so awesome. It's the reason why Amber is moving to North Carolina. Wow. So note to self, that's a church worth checking out, right? That's how I feel about Dr. Evans' church in Texas. If Mr. Crafty and I could handle heat, we would live there all year long just to go to that church. But there's no way I can handle Texas in the summer. I don't know how you ladies do it. I really, really don't. So, but that church had my heart. I didn't want to leave Dallas. I wanted to stay there and keep going. It was just awesome. If you have ever any reason to go to Dallas or in that area, if you're in the area, please go to Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. Just experience it. His teaching is phenomenal, and the people in that church are just so wonderful. So I am back. Yes, Dr. Evans is amazing. I watch him every day on YouTube. And I have to say, like, having the live experience and the YouTube experience, the teaching itself is the same. You know, there's no editing going on. What you see is what you get. But it's the church itself. It's the part you don't see, like the worship. Oh, I cried my mascara off every single Sunday of worship. And I've never experienced that before. Like, it was just such an emotional experience, which always makes me feel like the Holy Spirit is here, people. And then the other thing I love about it is like I said, the people. It's a magical church. So let's see here, going through the little questions. So the little book covers from the picture I was showing earlier. You know, that's a good question. I don't know. It depends. A lot of times it depends on copyright and what has been copyrighted and what has not. So it's a matter of doing a lot of research, and it's time and effort and all that good stuff before we can make that determination. So I have been told that I must go to Elevation. So Elevation Church in North Carolina. Let's all make a note of it. So those are the two events that we added to our schedule. So hopefully my North and South Carolina ladies, and everybody in the South actually, make a note, because the glamping one in Texas is probably going to sell out very soon. And the North Carolina retreat is going to be a really fun experience. It's going to be like going to summer camp because it is a campground. It has cabins and a lodge. We're going to have a bonfire and roast marshmallows. So it's going to be like a camp reset experience. In fact, if you go on their website and look at the pictures, it looks just like some of the camp reset pictures that I had looked for, to use as part of the whole setting the stage experience. So that one is September 14th through the 16th. So let's see here. Where do I find all my vintage books? I'm trying to think here. I believe I found a lot of them on eBay. Hi, Natasha, all the way from Australia. What time is it there? Are your little eyes like trying to sleep, or are you awake now? So, so the glamping and camp retreat. So those are the two events that I showed you on the webpage. So I want to show you this. We updated the page today, so it makes it easier. Now the workshops and events are combined. So events are things like retreats. They're like special events that include different classes or different activities. So the cruise is one. These are all different. The workshops are the actual classes I teach at the event. So there's 3 listed here right now. These are 3 that I'm actively still willing to teach. I say willing because my heart is really changed about my workshops and what I want to do with that. And there's a big part of me that really just really wants to focus on the faith-based ones. I just enjoy it so much. So these are all in-person workshops, and then the online workshops will have their own page. But here's the calendar. There's 2 places to find it. They're under here where it says calendar, and then under the workshop and event pages. So on here you'll be able to see everything that is going on this month. So when April, which I probably have to update April now that I just said that to all of you. So I need to update April. So what I need to let you guys know is if we're having the store is going to be closing. The physical shop is going to be closing in April, and I am missing some more information. So I will update that here, but I wanted to let you guys know that that's where you'll find, if you're like, hey, when is there going to be a launch? When is there going to be a new late night crafty club? When will there be a workshop? The calendar will let you know that, and you can scroll ahead and see other months. So here's where I'm teaching the Rise and Seek at the Rise and Seek retreat. It's a 4-day retreat. So I'll be adding more. That's the exciting thing I wanted to tell you, is that I'm going to be trying to add more retreats and events this year. That's become more of a focus for me. While I'm here at my mom's, I am going to be, we are actually taking over one of the bedrooms in her house. But I'm going to set up like a little film studio in there, and I'm going to film a bunch of videos to go into 2 different workshops. So I'm going to be doing a little mini workshop for planners, like doing the kind of planner decorating and the planner, like the divider construction that I do. And then I'm going to be doing a Faithful Girl workshop, and then I have a Reset Your Goals workshop. Now, these are on my list to do. I don't know if I'll do them here. We're going to be going back up to Washington in June, so it'll be interesting to see how much I can get done. In a couple weeks, I am going on a cruise. It was an opportunity. A church invited me to be a speaker at a women's retreat. It's a leadership retreat. So I was invited to be the speaker for that retreat, which is incredibly generous, an incredible blessing to be given a trip like that. And all I have to do is just talk. But, being an introvert, that's still a challenge. But I am definitely looking forward to it. And actually, one of the things I wanted to share with you guys was more about the whole speaking thing. I know the last time I did the Late Night Crafty Club, we did a vision board party. I believe that was my last show. Nope, that was not my last show, but it was close. So this year is about being more bold and trying to embrace more of speaking engagements and trying to get myself aligned to do more speaking engagements. And I feel like one of the messages on my heart for that has kind of like been stirring up, and I feel like I'm really getting a vision for what that is. And so it's really about addressing addressing introverts in the church, and how introverts in the kingdom of God, the gifts that we bring to the table, but the challenges we sometimes face being introverts in the church. It can be very, very, very hard. And it's funny because church is often like a very safe space. It's a very welcoming environment. Generally, it's one that you should feel safe. But I think back over the history of my faith, and I can see how many times that's always hard for me is the church element. So, if I have introverts in the room, then I would love for you guys to say amen. I'm not alone. So it's always kind of interesting when I see the chat room stop, because then I'm not sure if like I'm just talking and you guys don't hear me anymore, or if it's just because the chat room stopped and you guys are actually typing. And so that is, hopefully I'll see some amens. Good night, Damaris. Happy Easter. Speaking of Easter, I am this has been a Planner Girl fail. I did not realize when I scheduled this weekend that I was picking Good Friday to schedule it on. So I apologize to those of you that this wasn't that you're, if you're watching this after the fact, that that I did that, because some of you are engaged in church activities tonight. Some of you, I don't know, I hope some of you didn't give up the church activities to be here. But in any event, I actually didn't realize that I had done that when I did it. So because my calendar, I just didn't pay attention that it was actually Easter. So yes, girls, I'm a Planner Girl dropout. I do it all the time. I make these mistakes all the time. And not being in a church all the time, that also like separates me more from like church activity and how a lot of churches do participate in that. I never ever went to a church that like focused on Good Friday, having a service for it, but I've noticed on Instagram today there was actually quite a few people who were going off to one, which is great. So yes, it is Good Friday, and I am sitting here doing the Late Night Crafty Club. So, but I did do my God time this morning. I did read my Bible, and I did, which I've been doing. I've been being really, really good at that, and I wanted to talk about that because I know I have quite a few people of faith in the group that discipline and focusing on that one thing every morning, just reading my Bible, has been a tremendous help. And now Mr. Crafty is doing it too. We both sit in opposite ends of the RV in the mornings, and we each have our quiet time with the Lord. So that has been wonderful, and I am so happy to report that I have been sticking with that habit, and it's something I look forward to, and it's like the first thing I do. Get out of bed, brush my little teethies, and then I'm, got my Bible in my hand. So, oh, thank you, Priscilla. Well, yay, introvert here. I love the fact that I have so many introverts in the audience. It makes me think that the reason I do is because I have been so vocal and talking about being an introvert, and the more I've done that, the more introverts are like, yes, me too. The me too is very strong among us, because I think that we're a people that feel very misunderstood in general. So I think when we find empathy among us, I think that does kind of draw us together and make us feel a little bit more stronger, because we don't tend to be joiners. We don't tend to join in and become united. And I think that online, just being in a chat room environment, that can make us feel like, oh, yeah, we're bonding, we're connecting, but yet we're still in our little home space, where we feel safe from the world. So, anyway, well, I see, and Friday nights have always historically been a crafty night for me too. Like, I could craft tonight because Mr. Crafty has always been playing a video game with his son. They're probably the oldest guys in the group playing it together, but it's so cute. So that is why the whole Late Night Crafty Club got started on a Friday, was because I just found myself thinking, wow, this would be a good night for doing some crafting. I wonder if I have some friends that'd be interested in doing it with me. But truly, I don't find myself crafting a whole lot on the Late Night Crafty Club. Just to set the expectation, my thought is that for a lot of us, the chat room is a big draw, being able to talk to each other. Hi, Edward Sanchez, you're here. Hello and amen. Well, I figured as much, sir. So it's good to see your face. I'm so glad you're here. So what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I just completely forgot what I was saying. Usually I can circle back. Yes. So thank you, Deborah. You just reminded me. So it's really my opportunity to kind of like chat while you guys are crafting away, or you're in the chat room together, getting to talk to each other, that kind of thing. Sometimes I have a plan to craft, and I do intend at some point to get my act together and have all that set up in advance so that I could say, hey guys, tonight we're going to work on this together. And I think I've done that a couple of times in the past, but ever since we started the RV life, that has not happened. It's been rather challenging to get that kind of thing together. But my intention is that you guys are here all together and that we're, hi Carrie, that we're all crafting together. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm pretending that you guys are at home sipping away and crafting because it's the late night crafting night. See, Eileen's doing it. She's making a blanket. Excellent. So, Miss Carrie, I wanted to show you something, which I don't see it now. So look what I bought on Amazon, Carrie. I got volume 2. So stonesoup45.com is one of my go-to resources for Bible study. She has a really awesome, fun doodling discipline that she kind of shares and teaches people how to doodle your way through Bible study. Eep. It's so cute, you guys. If you saw her little shepherds and all that, they're so cute. So it's Stone Soup for 5. And she makes one of her Bible studies on Ephesians. She makes it available for free. And it's really cute. All you have to do is give her your email address. So she just came out with these, they're called Bible reading and meditation journals. So let me see here. I have so many cameras to look at. Let's try this one. Okay. So this is what it looks like. So each section or verse, one second. Hold please. I'm going to see if I can make this not be so fuzzy. Okay. So you have these cute little icons, and you have a place to kind of journal your thoughts about each little part of this book. So she has a mix of this camera is not behaving the way I had hoped. She has a mix of old and new, and this is volume 2, so there's actually 2 of them, and they're available on Amazon. So I'm just gonna show everybody. I mentioned Carrie. I've mentioned her a couple of times on the podcast. If you guys have been listening to me and Tracy there it is. So it's Stone Soup for 5. And she has these fun little, the little doodles, and the Bible studies are here. So
I changed it to manual focus, so it shouldn't do that anymore.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So anyway, I just wanted to give her a shout out because it's really wonderful when people in the faith community make tools for the rest of us to get our act together when it comes to Bible reading and Bible study, because it's very sometimes it can be very challenging to wrap your head around Bible study. And I think in this group where we're so many of us are creative and we see things visually, it's actually super fun to imagine things in terms of doodling them. And her little doodles are ridiculous cute, and they're super simple when you see her she has a whole series of videos to show you. So if that sounds appealing to any of you, I highly recommend that you check out her website, because anything that helps you stay in the Word and grow your knowledge of the Word, even if it means you're just doodling or journaling and doing something very simply, that always helps you layer upon your knowledge and grow yourself. So I am a big encourager of that. So yay. And Edward, that's awesome. I would imagine it would be harder as a young man, though, to find people who are crafty with you. When I think back to when I was younger, I don't remember ever having any craft. In fact, when I think back over just the span of my lifetime, I just don't feel like I've ever had crafty friends. How many of you guys have had crafty friends that were crafty like you, that could do things? Because what I have found is that I will always be that person in the group that they're like, Corey can do it. She can make anything, at work. So they'd volunteer me for projects. She's crafty. But that was like my little claim to fame in my life, was that I was crafty, but I never really made anything. And then somehow I, segued myself into into the planner community, and kind of being creative using a planner, because it's a tool that I was using every single day and have loved my whole life. But in general, I am not a super crafty person. I'm not making and creating every day. And I really admire people who do. When we just had the event at the last workshop we did, the last glamping event, there were some lovely women who brought those 100-gallon totes that was just packed with supplies. I mean, they were just doing they were making tassels, they were making they had yarn out and stuff. So they were just bringing whatever just to be crafty and sit there and enjoy, being there in the group. So if you guys were to think back over your lifetime, from the time you were younger, did you see yourself being crafty when you were younger, like a teen, in your early 20s? Did you have friends, that were like you? Because I kind of suspect it's why a lot of us, no matter how old we are, really appreciate being part of this community, because it's kind of like an introvert finding other introverts. It's sort of like that. It's like, oh, you're my crafty sister, And I think it's really cool that our love for crafting and creating has kind of it runs the gamut. For those of us who are of people of faith, there's other people of faith now that are creative and crafty. For people who love planning and love, that aspect of their lives, they're just very much on their task, but they want it to be beautiful. You have hundreds upon hundreds of people that are just like you now. And, you can easily reach out and easily communicate and say things to each other. And there's no judgment. Nobody's judging you for your 300 rolls of washi here. This is the one place in the world where you could just be, bragging about your washi, and we would all be envious, not judging. So, let's see. So you have a few crafty friends. That's good. I'm really glad some of you did some of you have craft friends, and that you have, Natasha, that's wonderful that your mom, your Nana, and your Gran are all crafty with you. That's wonderful. Miss Cheryl, it is Stone Soup for 5. Her name is Carrie, let me see. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Carrie Danker. And it's Stone Soup for 5. And she is on Amazon. So she not only, this is her Meditate journal series, but she has a whole series of Bible studies you can do that teach you how to do the little doodling. It's super adorable. I have your, and I have the free one. I printed it out that she gives you just for signing up on her, for her newsletter. So, Ashley, you are accepted. As long as you just spread out crafty gear around you, you can just blend into the group, and everyone will just be like, oh, she's crafty. Oh, I like your scissors. So Edwin, you just spurned a thought. So thank you for saying that. Hi. Hello, Karen. I have not seen your little face for a while. It's happy to see you. Okay. See, Jesse, I agree. I don't consider myself to be super crafty, which is kind of funny. I'm sure a lot of you would be surprised to hear me say